for a new platforming game, one with an educational twist on it? If you answered yes, check out my review of Get a Grip Chip and the Body Bugs. Coming up next on Mumbles. Hi everyone, Mumbles here. As I have said in many different videos covering platforming games, platforming is a genre that I love. I grew up on it, and I continue to love it to this day. So I'm always interested in new platforming games, and I especially like when they make a game that has an educational type spin to it, because it's a great way to not only introduce kids into different topics about things, but it is also a great way to introduce kids into video games and electronics themselves. So games like that always interest me, and I always try to cover them. And today we are covering one of those. We are covering Get a Grip Chip and the Body Bugs. Let's get into the description. Description-wise, this game reads, unblock the human body's digestive system and defeat body bugs with Get a Grip Chip, a synthetic white blood cell, and his trusty white blood cell pals. When Paladin Chip, you can't jump, but you can sail over pits of body fluid, battle body bugs invading your insides, and unlock the knowledge hidden in the body's white blood cells that Chip needs to get things flowing again. With a meticulously designed world, new gameplays, and new characters, Get a Grip Chip and the Body Bugs is sure to swallow you up. Activate the body's white blood cells, defeat the body bugs, and race your friends or rivals to the top spot of arcade-style leaderboards. Fun to master, even more fun to learn. Chip still moves side to side, grapples to anchor points, and then launches off of them. In addition, Chip learns. To clean out insides, Chip must build an understanding of escalating complexity of the digestive system's parts and function. You build a truly masterful degree of knowledge and dexterity through the digestive system. Scope out secrets. Survive the onslaught of obstacles and you'll be rewarded with nuggets of neurons with whopping white blood cells to get the digestive system flowing again. The more cells you seek, the sooner you'll unlock new levels, bringing Chip closer to the ultimate goal of reopening the digestive system and sploosh. At the time of this review, this game is available for Nintendo Switch, Xbox, iOS, Android for various different prices. For example, on Steam it costs $2.99, but on Nintendo Switch it was $9.99. But you can also, if you're really interested or not sure, you can go online to the website redstart.io and play it free. I like free. Definitely recommend that. So we are now going to move on into the gameplay section. But before we do that, I gotta ask, please subscribe to MumblesVideos. And thank you guys all so much for the support. You're amazing. On to the gameplay section. Gameplay-wise, this game is pretty simple to understand. You play as a little guy named Chip who wants to help this guy's body get better. To do that, you have to use your little magnetic hook to swing yourself and jump to various other platforms along the way. And along the way, you do find various white blood cells that you need to collect. But it's really all about getting from point A to point B without dying. Now, as I mentioned, you do have to collect these various white blood cells in order to get to next level. So you do have to do a fair amount of exploring in each level, and at times you may even have to go back in through levels in order to collect more. So there is a collectathon aspect to this game. At the end of each level, after you collect these white blood cells, there are some questions that you will have to answer about the human body and the digestive system, to be exact. So there is some education when it comes to things. And that's the game, guys. Very simple. We're going to now move on into the cons. And the first con that I have is that there was no con sections. This might have been something with the idea that, if children play this game, they didn't want big, hard boss battles. But I find that a game like this does very well with boss battles. And I would have liked to see it. They do have these chase sections where you're just basically running. But I think they could have done something so cool with bosses. Or at least an end boss or something. I think it could have been really cool for them. Not marking up the score, but I am listing it here. And the second con is that the length is not very long. You can't really complain like a game like this. You can literally go on and get it for free. So how much can you complain about that? But it is a little bit short, only about 30 levels. So please do be aware of that. We come now into the score section. I had to say, Get a Grip Chip and the Body Bugs. It's a fun little game. It's a fun little interesting game. It's not the best game out there, but it's also not the worst I've ever played. As far as the educational sections in it though, I kind of felt like they were just thrown in at the end to be able to say, hey, we're educational. So I think they could have done a little bit more with the educational aspects of this game. I'm not saying to over-inundate it with educational parts to it, but I think they could have worked it into the gameplay a little bit more. They just kind of put it at the end as a, oh, here's a fact, here's a fact. And kids they're just going to do what they have to do in order to get through it, and they're probably not ever going to remember those facts. So you need to build it into the gameplay. I don't think they did that. Beyond that, guys, it is a little bit short, and, you know, for some of the prices out there, that's not great. But for others, it is okay. I like the game. It's not a perfect game, but it is a fun game. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 on today's episode of Mumbles. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of Get a Grip Chip and the Body Bugs. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, and smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.